Hello my friends, welcome to this video in which I will show you how to start a fire in the chimney. You've already seen how to lighten a fire in a wood stove or in an insert. So today we are going to the most known case, which is the open chimney, which is not the one heating best. Why? Because the chimney is consuming a lot of air, which makes that it's also taking out the hot air from the room. So it will be very nice in the surroundings of the chimney, but it's taking all the hot air already in the room for being consumed. Number one, in terms of quality for the heating, is the wood stove. Son rayonnement is all around the piece. Then you have the fire insert, and last but not least, the chimney. Let's go. So about the way of lighting the fire, there are many debates about the video for how to lighten a fire in a wood stove. I can understand that people are not super happy to see that I'm burning a newspaper. The main reason is that it's putting some carbon directly on the window of the wood stove. Point taken. Nevertheless, here, as there is no window, there is no debate. So I'm using the classical method with the newspaper. There is also the way of inverted fire starting, which is okay. This is the one I will try a little bit later, but if it's the first time you're doing a fire in the chimney, make it easy, and it's a very safe procedure. So you see here that there is this protection. This is something we can remove for starting the fire. It will be important to place it back later, because otherwise you can have some crépitement of fire, which will project burning pieces on your parquet. You wouldn't be so happy, even if, of course, I have a video showing you how to fix this kind of little accident. Then you see here inside the chimney this grill. So this is taking different shapes. By the way, sometimes also very beautiful shapes. You can buy antique. And this is extremely useful because it helps you not only to hold the different pieces of wood, but enables also the air to come from the bottom. So it's a rather useful device, but you could do without. Then for lighting the fire, of course, you can take this wonderful matches. This is like in the movies. In case you don't have any, it doesn't matter. You can also take smaller ones. We'll be noting here, of course, the strong European dimension of these ones, or simply a lighter. Then we also need fire starters. This is not my favorite type. I prefer by far the lighter ones, which have a stronger ignition power, as you have seen in my video about how to make a fire in the wood stove. About the equipment, you had seen the tisonnier only, which is a smaller piece for my fire stove. Here for the chimney, I recommend this model. This is really great because you will need to manipulate much more the logs. And then, of course, we'll be using a soufflet. This one here has lost the top, but it will be doing the job. In the order for starting, you will need some newspaper. It's really a pity because people are reading less and less newspapers. So in case you don't have newspapers, just take any paper bag from your purchases or from home deliveries. Then you will need little wood for starting. This one is coming from the garden. In case you don't have any, you can take the little ones you've seen in my videos about how to start a barbecue. Here it happens that I have a kind of average size. Just consider this as being a very small piece of log. And then you can take the logs once you have a good fire base. And that's one of the advantages of the chimneys, is that you can take bigger pieces, not limited to the 33 centimeters classically limited in the fire stoves or the inserts. And last but not least, you can end with very nice logs. This here is a rather big one, and this will be enough for the whole evening. About the quantity of wood, what you see here is largely enough for one evening, probably even two. Of course, it depends on the intensity of the fire, and it depends also on the length of the fire. But here, for our purpose, it will be absolutely perfect. So now let's come to the very exciting moment of starting the fire. So there's a super important thing to know in the chimneys, that there's a kind of door inside the chimney. So it's very important to open it, because otherwise you make fire here and then you will have smoke all around the place and your chimney will not work. So check up front in case if there's any door. And you see here these wonderful pieces of metal that you can also find in antique shops. In the case of this chimney here, the handle is here on the left side, and in this case of chimney, when it's down, it means it's closed. So now we are opening it. So now the door is open.